In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes lived a woman named Eliza. She was known for her infectious smile, her ability to light up any room, and her unwavering optimism. However, Eliza had a secret that she shared with very few, a constant battle with negative emotions and thoughts. Her journey into this struggle began in her late teens. Like most young adults, she had dreams and ambitions. Eliza wanted to become a successful writer, and she believed she could make a difference with her words. But as she ventured into the realm of adulthood, the weight of responsibilities, expectations, and the ever-present comparison with others started to take a toll on her. Eliza was a perfectionist, and that perfectionism led her to be excessively self-critical. She found it challenging to accept even the slightest flaws in her work, and this constant self-doubt manifested as a dark cloud of negativity hovering over her. The negative emotions and thoughts began to affect Eliza's relationships. She withdrew from her friends and family, feeling that they wouldn't understand what she was going through. She didn't want to burden them with her problems or seem like a downer. She stopped pursuing her passion for writing, believing that she wasn't good enough, that her words were meaningless, and her voice was irrelevant in the world. This gave her more reasons to dwell on the negative, as the outlet for her creativity and self-expression was sealed off. Isolation often fed the darkness within her. The more she stayed alone with her thoughts, the more negative they became. She felt like she was spiraling into an abyss, and there was no way out. One cold, rainy evening, Eliza sat alone in her dimly lit apartment. The gloomy weather outside mirrored her internal state. She had been bottling up her emotions for too long, and it was becoming unbearable. As tears streamed down her cheeks, she thought about seeking professional help. A friend had once told her that therapy might be beneficial, but she had always been too proud to admit she needed it. However, at that moment, she realized she couldn't go on like this. With trembling hands, Eliza made an appointment with a therapist for the following week. She didn't know what to expect, but she hoped that it would be a step towards finding her way out of the darkness that had consumed her for so long. Over the course of several months, Eliza met with her therapist, Dr. Miller, regularly. The sessions were both challenging and enlightening. Dr. Miller helped Eliza understand that her negative emotions and thoughts were rooted in her own beliefs and perceptions. She learned that her perfectionism was an unrealistic standard she had imposed on herself, and it was sabotaging her happiness and well-being. Eliza also came to understand that she had been avoiding her emotions, trying to suppress them, which only made things worse. Dr. Miller introduced her to mindfulness and meditation techniques, teaching her to acknowledge her emotions without judgment. It was a turning point for Eliza, as she realized that it was okay to feel sadness, anger, or anxiety. These were natural emotions, and denying them only made them fester. With the support of therapy, Eliza slowly began to rebuild her self-esteem. She started to write again, not for the sake of perfection, but for the joy of self-expression. Her words became a way to communicate with herself, a means to navigate the labyrinth of her thoughts and emotions. As Eliza continued her therapeutic journey, she discovered the incredible power of perspective. Dr. Miller encouraged her to challenge her negative thoughts and beliefs. For instance, when she thought she was not good enough, Dr. Miller asked her to find evidence to the contrary. Eliza was surprised to see that there were numerous instances in her life where she had succeeded and made a positive impact. She also realized that the comparison with others was one of the main triggers for her negative emotions. Dr. Miller taught her that everyone's journey was unique, and it was unfair to compare her progress with others. Eliza started to celebrate her small victories, even if they seemed insignificant in the grand scheme of things. This shift in perspective made her feel more empowered and in control of her emotions. Eliza understood that she couldn't conquer her negative emotions and thoughts alone. With the guidance of her therapist, she decided to open up to her close friends and family about her struggles. To her surprise, they were incredibly supportive. They assured her that they would be there for her through the ups and downs, just as she had been there for them in the past.
Please subscribe to my channel Lessons of Life and press the bell notification icon.